everybody, thank you so much for joining me for this unofficial video hop for the Spellbinders Serenade of Autumn release. Be sure to check out the video down below to see who is next on the hop, and I'll make sure to remind you at the end of this video also. The cards we're going to be making with the elements from the release today, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. I had a lot of fun making these cards, and I think this release is just absolutely stunning. So these are one of the things that first caught my eye. These are some gems, some stick-on gems, and they actually have gold flecks. I don't know if you can see that. These are so beautiful, and what I really loved was this color palette. And also these butterflies. If you have followed my channel at all, you will know how much I love these Spellbinders butterflies. I actually have several sets in different colors from different editions, and these are the Serenade of Autumn butterflies, and to me they just look so beautiful, so realistic. These have some gold as well, and again, they match these colors. These vellum papers are just beautiful. These match the designs that are going to be in the chipboard and the die cut pieces that I'm going to show you shortly, but I love how they coordinate. These match completely. You get 2 sets of each of the vellum papers. These are the die cut chipboard stickers. These actually have sticky on the back. And again, these coordinate beautifully. And this is a big set of die cut pieces that we are going to use in the cards that we make today. Some of them are like this, where you can color them in yourself. You just have the gold kind of outline there. And then some of them are already colored in for you, like this. And then these leaves, for example, these match the leaves on the vellum. So just absolutely love that. And then it also comes with different sentiments. I love pre-cut sentiments. Again, if you follow my channel, you'll know that I keep a little container like this of pre-cut sentiments so that when I'm crafting, I can just go ahead and not have to pause when I'm looking for the perfect sentiment. I can just go ahead and go to my stash, and I've got things already made. Some watercolor paper, and these actually I did have already. I had already ordered them. And again, these match. I don't know if you can see. I'll put up a link above so that you can actually take a look at what they look like a little more clearly. But these have butterflies, these ones have flowers, and this one, you can sort of see, this actually matches a embossing folder. So this design is on an embossing folder that I already did have. So I'm started here with card number 1. This is paper from Spellbinders from a pack that I just bought. And these are dies that I used from Spellbinders. And these have been really versatile. I'm glad I got these. And so I'm just making a frame out of those with the vellum paper and then some paper that I had in my stash. I'm just taking a look now and looking at which of the die cuts might match, what might look good, and just arranging that. All the cards we're going to make today are pretty straightforward, pretty simple, but have a good impact just because of the beautiful designs of each of the die cuts and the papers that we're going to use. And that's what I love about these matching papers, coordinating sets. You can't go wrong with just about anything that you make. Everything that you make is going to be absolutely gorgeous. Propping that up on a foam panel right now. With vellum, you do always have to be careful where you are putting any foam tape or anything like that, any glue on the back, because it will show through the vellum. So you only want to put glue and foam tape where you have something that's going to be hiding that and that it's not going to damage the vellum. Now I'm just looking at the different die cuts and looking at seeing what might frame that sentiment and what might go well with the colors that I already have on my card. Now, while we're finishing up this card, I just do want to remind you that I am having a giveaway for a Spellbinders Advent Calendar. So you should definitely go check out the video there that has that information. Go like, subscribe, and make a comment, and you too could be entered. That giveaway is going until November 15th, 2023, or when I hit 1,000 subscribers, whichever comes first. So please go ahead and subscribe. Now we're finishing up the touches here. I did make that sunflower from 2 different elements. So there was a sunflower element and then the leaves, and I put those together, and I think that looks nice together. Now adding in those gorgeous gems for that little bit of sparkle that I always love on my cards, and that is the completed card. I think it came out absolutely lovely. I love those colors together and the different images and the way that the vellum just matches the leaves that are of the die cuts. Card number 2, we're going to be using one of these butterflies as a focal point. There you saw me kind of testing out which butterfly might look good with the leaves, but I decided to change it up a little bit. Instead of using those leaves, I'm actually using the watercolor resist paper. I absolutely love this watercolor resist paper. It's similar to what you would do if you were embossing an image and then doing watercolor over it, but in this case, the embossing is all done for you, which definitely saves a step, and these all coordinate again with the die cuts and everything. So it looks really nice. This watercolor set that I'm using is one of my new favorites. It's got a large variety of colors. I don't have to do too much mixing to get the colors that I want. I'm adding different contrasting colors into those little leaves there. You can see how each leaf is defined with the veins and everything. And so dropping in some different colors allows those colors to blend, and it just makes such a beautiful effect. I just love this watercolor paper. I wanted to keep the kind of loose organic feel, and so I hand cut out this image, and just kind of little wavy and not very precise. I had debated using a die cut in order to cut this like a circle or a square or something like that, but I think I like the more organic feel of it. I have a pre-cut square card base that I'm going to mount this on, but I thought it needed a little something to differentiate it from the background. So using the color of the butterfly that I'm going to use as the focal point, I'm using that same color in cardstock, and I'm just going to also cut an outline. So I'm gluing this down first, and then I'm going to just cut around it because this is an irregular shape, so I do have to hand cut it and just kind of allow that little outline to peek through, and I think it does make a difference on the final card. Then I'm going to go ahead and mount the whole thing on some foam and then adhere it to my panel. I do love using this foam panel, and I seem to never run out of it. It's kind of like the endless supply, because I'd only bought it once, like seriously, like 10 years ago, and I still have more and more left. The sentiment is from the die cuts in this release, and I thought it just needed a little extra sparkle and shine. So I used Wink of Stella there to just give it a subtle little glow and effect there. I'm using just some small gems. These are nail art gems that I use on everything. And there you have it. There is the completed card. I love that butterfly so much, and I love the way that the watercolor panel came out. I think that swirl just gives it a nice effect of like movement, and the sentiment, "Let your soul shine," is a great one for many occasions. Now on to our next card. I'm going to be using these sort of mandala looking elements on the vellum, and I'm going to be using those jewels. When I saw them, I thought that those jewels would look perfect in the circles of the mandalas there. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of create a loose pattern with the different colors of the gems. I'm using the medium-sized gems there. They have large, medium, and small. With this card was how I was going to adhere this panel to a card base, because if you'll recall when I mentioned that you cannot adhere something on vellum without it showing through on the other side. So I could only put those little foam dots where the gems are, and where I put the sentiment. So that was a little challenging to make sure that there would be enough there to be able to actually adhere it to the panel. I'm using the coordinating paper to create a card base, and then I'm going to adhere the panel that I created to that card base, and that is my card basically done. I thought it was nice and simple and didn't need new embellishments with any other gems or anything like that. I thought it was a good all-occasion card for when you're thinking of somebody, and that shine and sparkle with the mandalas and the vellum just looked absolutely beautiful. So there are 3 cards that we made. I hope you enjoyed this. Do check out the Spellbinders Serenade of Autumn set. It's a beautiful, beautiful release. Please don't forget to check out the giveaway that I'm having. Go like, subscribe, make a comment so that you can enter. And I will see you next time. I look forward to making more crafty cards with you, and I hope you have a great week until then.